Now then, in 2022, we were in Estonia, of all places. I'm so glad, Peter, you're here, and your beautiful wife, Pille, are here. And so what was the first Jerusalem prayer breakfast that we had inside of Parliament for the whole time, except the dinner, though.
Yes, and this was very crucial year for the whole Europe, because Ukrainian full measure war started very shortly after our prayer breakfast, and
it was 1 week actually.
Yes, and it was even predicted there and during the prayer breakfast.
Well, that was a crazy story. You want to hear a crazy story? I don't know how many of you have heard about Joel Rosenberg, and he has been writing these fictional novels that deemed to be prophetic. So he was the first one writing about the events of 9/11, that the terrorists take over an airplane and turn it into a flying bomb. And so he wrote the book about it. And then, of course, it was published, I think, after 9/11, but they understood that he had written it before. So he became quite famous, and he continued writing his books. And then in 2017, he writes a book by the title, The Conspiracy of Kremlin. And it was the worst kind of scenario you can imagine. There was a picture of a Russian dictator who wanted to start a war. He was planning to start a war against Ukraine. So he wrote this in 2017. But then instead of attacking Ukraine, he told his advisors he will attack Estonia. And that was so sobering moment, because he was our keynote speaker. And so he comes with this message, and of course we had a very, very sobering moment in the Oleviste Church.
Yes, our event took place mostly in the Parliament, in the evening session and the morning and the afternoon sessions. But then we had a public concert for a much bigger audience in the church. And Oleviste Church is, of course, a very special church. This has been a revival center for decades already, and Billy Graham has preached there, and many other well-known people. And we had also Yehuda Glick was speaking there.
Yeah, Rabbi Glick was speaking. Amazing. He gave his testimony how he was shot 4 times in his chest from like really very short range, and survived because of prayers. And he spoke about the second chance God gave him. So, and Joel then speaks about repentance, and I tell you, this was a very, very sobering moment that came over that crowd in Oleviste Church. Yeah. And it was almost scary, I would say.
Yeah. And of course everybody remembers his warnings of the war, and it just happened a week after. But
no, the Ukraine war started 1 week after we finished. Yeah. So it was horrible reminder of the danger we have.
And of course, what else we had? We had all the top leaders of our Jewish community participating the prayer breakfast in the Parliament, and the President of the Parliament was there. I think
former Prime Minister.
Yes, it really made many changes in our society, and I think that this is one of the reasons why Estonia has kept very low profile concerning Israel. It hasn't wanted, of course our governments have changed, and some governments are more against, some more pro-Israel, but right now Estonian lady is also the High Representative of European Foreign Affairs, and it's very important that she is much better than the previous one, than Borrell, although she has not been very publicly pro-Israel, but still she has already visited Israel, and although she keeps repeating the same mistakes that okay, we support two-state solution, but she has never put any pressure on Israel about it. I think all these things have happened because of our prayer breakfast also. I think that this has had great influence on our decision makers.
Thank you, Peter. Thank you so much. And I really believe that with your contact network and influence in Estonian Parliament, there are many things that we still will see what God will do. Because you have really become a very important voice also in Estonian media, standing up for Israel. And I just want to personally thank you for these articles that you have been publishing so boldly. Thank you. I think we can give a hand to our dear brother.